Welcome to the third part of our Augmented Reality development course in Unity. In our previous sessions, we explored the foundations of Augmented Reality and prepared a complete mobile AR development environment. We installed and configured Unity, AR Foundation, AR Core, AR Kit, and other packages required to create and deploy mobile AR applications. We also created our first markerless AR experience in which the application detected flat surfaces in the physical environment and allowed us to place virtual three-dimensional objects on them. In this session, we are going to explore another important capability of augmented reality. Instead of using the rear camera to detect table, floors, and surfaces, our application will use the mobile device front-facing camera to identify and track human face. Using the face tracking features available through AR Foundation, we will create a basic face filter application that places a digital mask over the user's face. As the user turns or changes his facial features, the virtual mask will follow these movements in real time. We will begin either with the AR project that we created during the previous session or with Unity's mobile AR template. We will then create a new AR scene, import the supporting face filter assets, and examine the components required for face detection. We will create an AR face object, apply a material to its generated face mesh, convert it into a reusable prefab, and connect it to the AR face manager. Because face tracking requires front-facing camera, we will also configure the AR camera manager to use the user-facing camera instead of the rear-facing camera. Finally, we will configure the Android build settings, build the application as an APK, install it on an AR Core compatible mobile device, and test the face filter on a real environment. By the end of this session, you will understand how Unity and AR Foundation detects a face, generates a trackable face mesh, and attach digital content that moves together with the user. This basic face mask will provide the foundation for more creative face filter experiences. In the following session, we will improve the filter by applying interesting textures and visual designs to the face mesh. Let us begin by opening Unity Hub and preparing our face filter project. I will double click on Unity Hub to launch it. And in projects, my first AR project was what we built in our previous session. And if you are continuing from the previous session, you can click here and start working on it. If you doesn't have this project file, you can get it in two ways. One is come into the YouTube video page or in your e-learning page. If you scroll down in description, if you click on more, I have provided you a Patreon page link. Click on this Patreon page link. In this mobile AR with Unity Patreon page, if you scroll down, I have provided you a file ar_template.zip. Click on it. Once it is downloaded, select this downloaded file, right click and cut it. Come into your folder where you have stored all your Unity project, right click and paste it. Then right click and choose extract all to extract all the zip files to a folder. Now once it is unzipped, in Unity project you have this AR_template. Now come into Unity Hub and in project you have the add button and here choose add project from disk. And now select the unzipped folder and click on open. If there is any version class, you will see a warning here and you can migrate it to whichever version you are going to use it in future. The second way is the easiest one. Just click on new project, come into the templates and in all I will select core, and if you scroll down, you have a template called AR Mobile. I will select this template and click on download template. Once it is downloaded, I will call this as face_filter and I will click on create project. Our project is launched and you have AR mobile template. I will click close and you will see this tutorial also on the right hand side because I am in the tutorial layout. So I will click, I will use my default layout. It shows that I can find tutorials by tutorial show tutorials in the top menu. Click OK. If you open this sample scene, You have AR session, direction light, and if I now click the play button and if I check it, this is ready with whatever we had created in our previous session. If I click on continue, it scans the surfaces, and you also have the menu here to place all the objects. In the previous session, I purposefully started with a basic template and showed you what all components are required to set up an AR environment. I will stop the playback. If you come into Window, Package Management, Package Manager, and in all packages you can see AR Foundation, Apple AR Kit, Google AR Core XR plugin, XR Interaction Toolkit, all are already installed. I will close Package Manager. I will come into File, create a new scene, and in the new scene template, I will select AR. I will click on the create button, and this is going to create a new scene, and automatically the scene will have the XR origin rig, AR session, cube, and direction light. I will go to File, Save As, come into my Unity project, Face Filter, in Assets, Scenes folder. I will call this as Basic Face Filter and click on the Save button. I have set up a new scene. So now if you come into the scenes, you have sample scene, and I will press F2 and I will rename this AR underscore starter underscore scene. The second scene I am going to use is basic face filter scene, which is now open. To start with this face filter, I have provided you with some basic assets. If you come into the Patreon page, whose link is provided in YouTube video description and in the Blender Studio e-learning page, if you scroll down, I have provided you a link, basic face filter assets.zip. Click on this link to download. Come to your downloads folder, right click, extract all these files. Inside this folder, you are seeing this basic face filter assets.unity package. Come into the address bar in the Unity Explorer. I will select this path, right click and copy it. Come back to Unity. Come to your project window assets, right click and choose import package custom package. In the address bar, paste this path and press enter. Select this basic face filter assets.unity package file. This is 24 MB size. Click on open. In the import Unity package, see that all is selected and click on the import button. Once it is imported, if you come and select basic filter, you can see 6 folders. In this AR application, the main feature that we have to add is face detection. So in the mobile, as soon as you hold your camera in front of a face, your application should be able to detect the face. For this face detection, you need not worry about the library or the code, because this face detection feature of augmented reality is integrated right into the AR Foundation package. If you come into hierarchy, right click, and if you come into this XR, you automatically see here a component AR default face. Click on this AR default face and AR default face will be added to my scene. This AR default face is a mask which is going to appear on your face. To give a color to this mask, we are going to add material. We will come here into the inspector with AR default face selected. If I scroll down and come into mesh renderer, open materials, I want you to add a default material. So if you come into project assets, if you open basic face filter folder, in material, you have face debug matte material. And I want to use this green material as the mask. So I will select AR default face, come here into mesh renderer, materials, click here and type face, and I am going to select this face debug matte. This AR default face will not be present in the scene, but it will be instantiated by my application as soon as it sees a face. This should be added only when a face is recognized. I will convert this into a prefab. I will come into my asset underscore base face filter, and here you have a folder called Prefab. Now I will select this AR default face and drag it into my prefabs folder. Now you can see this has turned blue. I have to add a component to recognize the face. I will come into my XOR origin AR rig component, and in the inspector, I will come into add component and I will type AR, and in the list you see AR face manager. I will add this AR face manager. You have this face prefab. Right now it is set to none. I will come into my asset basic face filter prefab, and I will select and drag this AR default face and attach it as my face prefab. In my scene, I doesn't need any object. I will select the cube, press del and delete it, and even this AR default face, it will not be in the scene and it will be instantiated by my program only when it sees a face. So I will also select this AR default face and delete it. In case of our previous AR application, used planar tracking and added cube, pyramid, torus on my table, and I used my back camera of my mobile for this application. But in this case, I have to use front camera because I am detecting the face. My application should now detect the front camera video and not the back camera video. And to set this, I will come into hierarchy, and here in XOR origin, I will press Alt on my keyboard and click on this arrow here. And this will open all the child objects present inside this XOR origin. And one of the object is main camera. If I select main camera, come into the inspector, and if you scroll down, you have a component called AR camera manager added to this main camera. And here by default, the face direction is set to world. I will click on this and I will change it to user. I will come to file and save my scene. I have to now build and test this application. I will come into file, come into build profile. Right now, my build profile is set to Windows and I have to change it to Android. If you are using iOS, change it to iOS. Right now, I will select Android and click on switch platform. So this is going to take 30 seconds to 1 or 2 minutes to install all the corresponding libraries. We have switched to the Android. In our scene list, if I now build it, I will be building my AR starter scene. But what I want is my basic face filter scene. I will click on open scene list and click on add open scene. So this is going to add my open basic face filter scene, but I don't need this AR starter scene. I will select it, right click and choose remove selection. I will come back to Android. So I will click on player setting. I will come into the company name and I will name it as Satvik. Product name, I will call this as base face. In Android, I will first open resolution and presentation. Default orientation is set to portrait. And I will come into the other setting and all things are already set. If you have this override default package name, I will off it, and so that I have com.satvik.baseface as my package name. Version name I will leave it as it is. Minimum API level is Android 11. Scripting backend IL2 CPP. I am going to create a 64-bit application. Close my player setting. Coming into my build profile, I am now going to build the application. I will click on build. In my eUnity project face filter, I will create a new folder called as APK. Inside this APK folder, I will call this application as base_face_filter and click on save button. This is going to take 1 to 5 minutes and sometimes even 10 minutes to build my Android application. The APK has been finally built. Take your phone, using your USB cable, connect one end to your phone, the other end to your PC. In the phone, enable file transfer. I will now right click and copy this file, come into this PC, open my mobile phone and in the internal shared storage, I will come into download, right click and paste this APK. Now coming to my phone, I will come into my files. I will come into downloads. You have the base face filter APK file here. Click on this. Do you want to install this app? Click on install and wait till the installation is done. If it asks for app scan, you can scan it or go into more detail. Click on install without scanning. And once you give the permission, the app will be installed. In your phone, you will have this base face app. Now I will click on this to launch my application. I will give the permission to take pictures and record video. While using this app, I will click on this and you can see my face. And my face is now covered with my mask. And as I move my face, you can see my mask is moving. So as I am moving, as I move my mouth, as my lips are moving, you can see the mask is running. So we have successfully built this mask or the face filter in this session. So I will just swipe up to come out of this application, or I will just open it up and remove this base face, because right now we have not given quit button to it. Coming back to Unity, I will close my build profile, go to file and save this scene. So with this, I am going to conclude this session, and in the next session, we are going to add some interesting textures on our face mask.